Piles, the wooden ones, were made of sumac tree limbs. And the reason for that was the center of the tree limb has part of it is pith. Now, pith is like a real soft, think of balsa wood with air holes in it. It's about the same kind of thing, okay? And the pith,
Keep going.
Pith would allow the sap to seep through and run out of the spile. These were very, very, very labor intensive because you had to keep replacing them because the pith would rot and wouldn't work anymore. So those were the first ones. You done? Or are you just continuing
You're on video.
Is this a never-ending story?
And that's how it would fit in. Gotcha.
Yep. Then they progressed to the metal spile, like this. Very durable, could be reused year after year after year. And there's probably some places where they still use them to this day. Same principle, collected the sap, there was a bucket hung here, and then you had to collect all the buckets and cook it down from the sap to the syrup. It takes 40 liters of sap to make 1 liter of maple syrup. That's the ratio. So, that was it. Once again, very labor intensive, and you see the pictures there behind you with the horse and the horses and the sledge and the big pail on it. And that was the way it was done. And they'd be trudging through mud and slop and snow and ice and everything on a day-to-day basis. Okay? Every day. You couldn't stop. Once the sap started running, man, you were on a time clock. Okay? Around the 70s, around the mid-70s, some engineering guru came up with this plan. Simpler spile, smaller hole, but why not run the staff through the lines to one collection point? Then you don't have to wander all over to every tree and collect the sap. There you go. It works. That's why we have this. And it's called a gravity line because if you look, it's going uphill. It's all coming downhill to here. Okay? And you look at a lot of them in the bushes, it doesn't look like it's a gravity feed, but it has to be. I mean, if it was like this, it'd be going back up the tree or somewhere you didn't want it.
Yeah. So how long would it take to fill this big bucket here?
Well, let me put it, when did they start cooking, Andy, do you know?
Well, as soon as the...
No, but how long would it take to fill that barrel?
Oh, how long? To fill that barrel? Probably 2 weeks.
You think 2 weeks?
Oh, with the line, it depends how many trees.
And you said...
Yeah, depends how many trees are on the line, how much you get. But it's still, well, it's far less labor intensive because you only have one collection point to empty.
To get everything in.
At any rate, only 2 weeks ago, they came along with another spile, brand new and improved, so to speak. They say this one collects more sap. I can't remember the percentage. Dave did tell us, but I can't remember the percentage. Or Roger told us, one of those guys. At any rate, this one is different. If you look at the other ones, they were solid. Here, this one's got a notch in the top. Can you see that little slit? And apparently, with that slit, it collects more sap than an ordinary one.
Interesting.
Okay, so more and more and more sap makes more and more and more syrup. It's all of the trees are tapped on the south side because the sun warms the tree more on the south. All right, and the sap goes up when it gets warm. It comes back down when it cools at night. The best and the ideal time for maple syrup and sap collection is above 0 temperatures in the day and below 0 temperatures at night. Now it went to -10. It was -10 when I got up this morning. And after yesterday, I don't know how much was running, but it's been going it's probably been going like crazy. I haven't looked at the buckets or anything. I haven't had time. but I'll bet you it's running really well today. Now we're supposed to get snow tonight. Yay! We need more snow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does it affect the snow when you collect? I mean, the tree when you collect the sap?
Well, okay. What I was going to say there, in regards to that, you can tap a tree, a maple tree. I think I said 30 centimeters, 1 foot. Okay, you can put one tap into it. Anything bigger, like these big ones here, you can see there's 2 buckets on them. The maple syrup gurus, wherever they may be, have decreed that you shouldn't use any more than 2 taps for any tree. Okay, so that's why you see it that way. And even the gravity feed lines, they're only 1 tap in each tree, is that right? Yeah. So I mean, you can't. I have seen places where you got a big tree and they got 3 and 4 and 5 taps in it. Well, that's taking so much out of the tree that the tree may not survive. And in this day and age, with so many invasive species and bugs and everything attacking trees, you can't afford to lose one. You really can't. And if you're doing it commercially, you really can't afford to lose a tree.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.